Welcome to Easy 7-Minute Workout. This is Don Allen Rico, and yes, I'm the guy walking down the wall. You know, many people love to rappel, and many years back I also did a bunch of rappel, and I actually learned to walk down the wall face first. It's been several years, 5 or 6 years since I have. I enjoy it, it's fun. But for many years I have not done any sort of sport like that because I got too fat. I weighed almost 215 pounds. That's 98 kilos. Too much. A big belly on me. Did not like it. I tried to hide it, but you know how that goes. Sometimes things like that, you just have nowhere else to hide it. I decided to lose weight. So what I did was I cut out soft drinks, some excessive sugar. I cut back on McDonald's and Burger King completely. And I was able to drop back to around 200 pounds, around 90 kilos. In fact, my lowest point was about 193 pounds at 88 kilos. Part of that, my wife and I, we would walk about 3 kilometers a day. But, you know, I still could not lose any more weight than that. And, you know, even for a time, I tried going to a gym, but that was torture. I didn't like that at all. In April of this year, when I went to visit my youngest boy when he got married, on that trip, I was introduced to 7minuteworkout.com. And on April 8th, on my way back to Spain, I made the decision to try and lose some weight again. I really like the idea of only working out 7 minutes 3 times a week. You know, I knew that I needed exercise, but I didn't like the daily torture. So, weighing in at 201.2 pounds, 91.5 kilos on April 8th, 2011, I started my journey. And exactly 30 days later, I weighed 184.9 pounds, 84.1 kilos. Now, one of the things I found out during that time, it is essential to track your weight. It's kind of like a speedometer in your car. If you've ever driven on the freeway, you know that you can inch up. As your speed increases, you get used to it. And it's the same with weight. As your weight increases, you get used to it. And if you don't control it and track it, you don't know how much you weigh until one day you get on a scale and you go, whoa, I weigh too much. And then you say you got to weigh less, but you still don't know how to do it. You've got to weigh. You've got to control it. You've got to know where you're at. And so that's the reason that I'm giving you a tracking chart. And if you come here to the easy7minuteworkout.com, right here, you can go to on top here. I have articles for you and things like that that we'll continue to put on here. But the main thing is weight loss tracking. Very important. At the bottom of the weight loss tracking article, there's a files, which is weight loss tracker files. And if you go here, and all you have to do is it'll bring you over to these files. And what I've done here is they're on spreadsheet files for you. Okay, this is, if you don't know how spreadsheet works and things like that, it's fairly easy to use. I'm sure a lot of people will already have it, but this is done for you. Okay, the files don't contain any viruses. I hate viruses. I hate spams. I hate virus people and things like that, so I'm not going to do that to you either. But you can scan them anyway if you'd like. It is copyrighted material from Saber Mountain Publishers, so if somebody else wants it, just simply ask them to come here and download it. That would be great for both of us. Okay, the following files have been prepared in different formats for your convenience, and basically what I've done is I use OpenOffice file. This is a free software you can get on the internet, or if you have Microsoft, I have the Microsoft files as well. Now what I've done is I've put it in kilos. Okay, we have one tracking in actually 2 files, the OpenOffice or the Microsoft in kilos. We have a kilo with conversion to pounds. We have both in the OpenOffice or the Microsoft. We have the just in pounds if you just simply want to have it in pounds, or you have a file with pounds conversion to kilos if you're just interested in seeing that. So you can choose the one that you want. Just simply go right to the one you want and right click on it and save link as. It will open up a file. You can, like for instance, I put that right on my desktop, save it, and then once you get that, then you can open it up with your favorite browser. I mean with the program that you're going to be using, whether it's, I use OpenOffice. On another computer I have the Microsoft, but basically this is what it looks like. It's just a spreadsheet, and what I've done is I put on here January through December. Okay, and then you go all the way out clear to January 31st. I've got the 29th for next year, February on there. Just each year comes out there. Okay, in order to use this, basically all I've done here is I'm going to come down, like for instance, we're going to go to this area right here. And all I've done is on wake up in the morning, and what you need to do is you need to get into a routine of when you track it. So first thing, when you get up in the morning, and of course I cheat a little bit, I wait until after I've gone to the bathroom, so I weigh less. But anyway, on wake up, go ahead and write in the weight that you have there. And then before lunch, once I get home from lunch, and see, you start to noticing that the activities you have, whether you're eating, whether you go up, I normally can drop about a pound in about a half a kilo, 500 grams is what I can drop in wake up and before lunch. And so come in here, and I just simply wrote it down. Always try to weigh with the same clothing. If you in your underwear, try to weigh in your underwear. And I know my wife gets mad at me. She says, "Oh, always got to weigh. Always got to be weighing. Get undressed in your boxer shorts so that you can." I said, "Sorry, but it's got to be the same all the time." That way it keeps it pretty even there. And then before I go to bed, and of course, before you go to bed, that you have your lunch in there. You have that period of where you can actually lose some weight, and then you eat your dinner, and then if you go to bed, depending on what time you go to bed, this helps you cut down on those before going to bed snacks, because you start thinking about, geez, if I'm going to eat this or I'm going to eat that, it's going to put my weight up here, and that's some of the things that helps tracking, is you know that you've got something coming up, and you're being your own police. So if you track it, you control it, and I'm serious. This really helps in your weight loss. Is if you put in here, like I say, if we wake up the next morning, we put in there 80. Let's say that we did 84 overnight, 184.6. I go and I work out today, so I'm going to be 183, and it's not going to make a whole lot of difference. I mean, you're not going to see too much difference between one time and the next. Let's just put that down to 7. Whatever. Okay, and then I eat light, I eat good, and I do some work here, so I'm at 184.9. Enter. Okay, still the same weight during the day. Okay, so this we're going to have to, well, actually, see, the thing of it is if I'm lighter this here than I was here, even though that my average is going to be the same, the next day that you will notice, if you're still losing the approximately, let's just say here I'm at 184.4. Overnight I lose, and you probably lose more than that. I lose overnight, I lose about 500 grams, which is about a kilo. But next day I'm careful with what I'm eating here as well. 184 or 183 let's just say 6 there. Okay, and at the end of the day, I'm at 184.8. Enter. Okay, see, we start seeing it drop off here a little bit, but that's how it works. I'm going to kind of show you my chart that I did over, and see what I did too is when I started on April 8th, I wrote down, I had 91.5 mid-afternoon, 91.6, 91.3. My average here gave me the pounds that I had. My goal was 180. Okay, and then I did this throughout the week, and as you can see, I mean, some weekends, I mean, I would go up again. I dropped off pretty good, but you'll notice and see, once you start controlling it, you'll notice how much you lose overnight, how much you lose between the days, and it doesn't really take me, I mean, it takes me just a few minutes, but it still gives you information that's very important for when you're working. So basically what I've done is I've come in here, I've highlighted this goal, and then I've put it in order so that you can see it a month later. So I've got April 8th, and here I am on May 8th. This is where I had actually lost 16.3 pounds over this period of time. Sometimes you want to lose a whole bunch real fast, but it doesn't go down, super fast. You didn't go up super fast, you're not going to come down super fast. And then I did find a plateau, which, I mean, I lost in the second part here. I lost another almost 4 pounds, so that I was down to 81.8. But then I stopped exercising during a period here. Here I started exercising again. You can always put in on here, you can put in side notes as well, such as, like, for instance, here, if I let's put in insert comment. Let's say that I weighed a little bit more. This day we had eat out. It was a celebration. Okay, and so we know that that's something that we did there. Okay. All right, so here's my little note, side note. Eat out. We had a celebration, whatever celebration. I mean, if you want to edit that comment. Okay, this was birthday. All right, so now I know that because I went up, let's say that here I went up to 185. Whoa. And then that night because I ate again out, it was 186. So if I've gone up this day, later on I'll know that, I had a birthday celebration. Sometimes that happens on weekends. Don't kill yourself for things like that. But it's still something that that you can track it. You can know what's been happening. Get yourself back on track. Let that come back down, and it's a great way to watch yourself lose weight. You can do it. This is Don Alan Rico, and hope to see you in another video soon. Bye.